So like I was saying, the Taj itself is an absolute thing to behold. The white marble on the exterior is absolutely gorgeous, and it's actually such a thing of great magnitude how they've managed to build something so big just for a tomb for one of the Mogul's wives. And the Mogul was buried with her following his death. So when you go inside, you can't record or film anything. It's a very confined space. They ask you to keep moving, and on the exterior there's lots of red roses painted on the outside of the walls and on the inside as well. It's a very, I wouldn't say simple pattern, but it's very effective and striking, and they maintain that theme throughout the whole of the piece of architecture. Really, it's absolutely fantastic. It is absolutely crowded with people, though. What I would say is that when we went to Machu Picchu in Peru, you had to have a ticket and a time slot for when you could go, and it made a massive difference. I mean, there would only be about 400 to 500 people.
And it helps that it was in the middle of nowhere as well.
At the monument at one time, which really meant that you could really soak it in. It wasn't loud. Whereas here there must have been thousands, like, at least 4,000 people around the Taj Mahal, all trying to get photos at the same point. Not to say that we didn't get photos, and we got some pretty good ones, I have to say so myself. But it just really took away a bit from the experience. So maybe I understand the fact that it's a relatively decent price. It's 13,000 rupees, which comes to about £13 per person. I don't know whether that's just the foreigner's price actually, or
I think well, I met a Sri Lankan guy and he paid 700.
Right, so
maybe that's a white man charge.
Yeah, Western foreigners charge, which is incredibly affordable for us. But maybe if they up the price a bit for the locals, then, or they just gave you time slots and you had to order in advance. Don't have to change the prices, so to speak, but just to make it feel like it is one of the 7 wonders of the world, and not that you can see it whenever you like, kind of thing. That prestigious thing is a big thing for lots of people, to make it a once in a lifetime experience. But nonetheless, I mean, what a piece of architecture. So, what have we got left to do today? Well, Sonu has asked us if we would like to get a massage. And Sonu's English is relatively limited. I said I'd never had a massage before, like a proper massage. I've definitely not had an Indian massage before. So I agreed. I said, yeah, it's okay. Nick's now feeling a bit skeptical that it could be something that we don't particularly want. So if you don't hear from us following this recording, then you'll know that something has gone terribly wrong. But hopefully, it's really going to sort us out. It will take all the stress out of Nick's very...
What?
Nick's very tense body and mindset. He can be a bit on edge.
Yeah, because I need a wee right now.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see you after the massage. I mean, I might try and see if I can seat the microphone in, but don't hold your hopes up.
Don't do that. I don't want to hear your ASMR grunts.
No, it's like, yeah, wow, wow, oh, yow. Okay, so we'll see you after the massage.
Buongiorno.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to a part 2, a surprising part 2 of the most recent episode of the Grey Unknown Audio Show. It's taken us by surprise as well as much as you, but following the Taj massage, we thought we might as well progress into a second chapter of this really historic episode. Nick and I are currently doing a Food for Thought segment. We are in some sort of market in, what's this place called?
Rampuntur.
Rompuntur. We're in a food market where the music is playing highly loudly, giving you a little bit of atmosphere whilst we review the last 24 hours, because it's been somewhat of an experience. So the last time we spoke to you, our driver and tour guide in some perspective, Sonu, had offered us the experience to go for a massage. And little did we know at the time what that massage would include and what it would imply. When we turned up to the facility, it was slightly off the beaten track, to say the least. I mean, it seemed as almost it was Massage Road. Full body spa was being advertised in a multitude of places, and as soon as we arrived, we knew that we were in for an experience, because as soon as we opened the doors, we saw this aromatic kind of colourway, lots of purple, lots of
Ultraviolet light,
yes, yeah,
so you can see all the jizz marks on the wall.
yes. And so we were offered a menu when we arrived. We went, we want a massage. What do you have on offer? And so a menu was brought out to us, and in the end, we both decided to get the same style massage, because we thought if someone gets better, we're going to be really annoyed. So we'll get the same. We both went for the back, neck, and shoulders massage.
So we can compare,
Yeah.
basically.
So it came to a total of 2,100 rupees each, which is about 21 pounds, about 20 quid.
Quite steep, quite steep.
But I think in terms of the
In
massage world, I mean, this is the first time either of us
I have
ever
never
had
got a massage,
No.
for the record.
Neither have I.
Neither have you.
Well, I've never paid for a massage. I've had a few sports massages before for rehabilitation purposes, but not for a proper massage. So this was all a new encounter. And Nick, first thoughts when you went into the room?
First thoughts went into the room. It was very alien, I have to be honest. I went out to the corridor to ask, do I have to strip myself, like, fully? And they were like, in their very bad English, oh, you have to strip yourself, but keep pants on. So from that I took keep pants on, but I always kept my socks on, because obviously my feet probably smelt at the time, because I was wearing the same socks all day. But once it actually came to the moment of massaging me, they immediately took my socks off. My pants, they didn't, obviously, because why would anyone take someone else's pants off unless they were in a sexual relationship, or a sexual encounter? Because the pants they provided us were basically see-through. They were basically see-through, though, to say the least, because they were see-through.
I would say they're like hairnets, but they had two.
You could see your cock through those
they
pants.
had separate.
Don't be honest. They could see your cock through those pants.
So when I looked at when I put the pants on and then looked in the mirror to see whether that was the case or not,
You saw your hairy.
no, it was blocked off. So I thought, okay. So I went for the no pant approach, which took no one by surprise. And so the masseuse came in for both of us. We weren't in the same room, obviously.
No. You and the masseuse went into the same room, not me.
Yeah, no, we were in separate rooms.
Just to clarify.
By the way, I'm enjoying 3 curries here of different sauces. I've been given a poppadom and then some sort of breaded, circular. It's quite dry, but it's going into 3 different curries. I'd say it's pretty decent. Anyway, back to the massage. So we both went for the 45-minute back, neck and shoulder massage. And I was greeted by a lovely woman who didn't say her name upon introduction, and instantly got to work. I started on my back, and then 10 minutes in went back onto my belly, back onto my back, and then onto my belly. She'd gone through a thorough examination of my body, on my upper half. She'd gone nowhere near my rear until the last 5 minutes, when she decided that my glutes needed a good seeing to. And she could see by that point that I was an incredible athlete, because the tension in my buttock muscles was immense. I don't think an Indian had ever seen that sort of strength in a buttock muscle before. And I'm really proud of that, because she showed no sort of inclination towards me to think that I was nothing but an athlete. I don't know if you had the same experience, Nick. Could you describe your experience in a few minutes or so?
Well, she started off with the legs. She was really pressurizing on the cast, which was a bit uncomfortable, but I'd never experienced this sort of thing before, so I wasn't going to complain. But she went to the thighs and quite close to my crotch, but I had no complaints. And she was doing my feet, and which I found quite ticklish, so no complaints there either, because I was laughing quite a bit when she was doing those feet. But after she done my legs and my buttocks, which were, by the way, very amusing as well, because there's a G spot by your buttock. So I found it very entertaining. She did my back.
What do you mean by G spot?
Well, there's a G spot in your asshole, in whatever you fucking call it. Excuse my language. Sorry, Maxim doesn't like foul language on this podcast. She did my back, she did my shoulders, she did my arms, she did my hands even. But once she got to the buttock and my crotch, and she told me to sit upright and face the end of the way the bed was going, she was like, "Would you like extra massage, sir?" And I was like,
let's pause for that. Let's pause on that thought, because I think
yeah, that's a good
it's
point.
a very important point to go at, because bear in
Apart
mind
from the Taj Mahal.
Yeah, bear in mind, we'd just come to see the Taj Mahal. We knew it was in Agra. We had no idea about the rest of the city. And our driver, Sonu, had said, look, it's a really good, important point to make sure you get a massage here, because you want to relax after seeing such a monumentous thing. Like, it's one of the 7 man-made wonders of the world. It's hard work to view that.
Such hard work. So hard.
So he had said, look, why don't we go for a massage after? And so we went, yeah, that sounds great, because neither of us had had a massage before. So it's incredibly important for us to try all the different kinds of relaxation that we could. And so he picks us up at about 6 o'clock, following our visit to the Taj Mahal. Incredible visit, by the way. Make sure you tune in for part 1 if you haven't listened to that already, to get our verdicts on the Taj. And then about 30 seconds before, he'd gone, okay, boys, when you enter, if you want a special ending, make sure you ask. And we were both taken aback by this, because neither of us wanted that. We just came for the massage. We never had a massage
I'll be
before.
really honest. I was expecting Sonu to offer us a happy ending. I'll be really honest with you.
You wanted a happy ending from Sonu, is that what you're trying to say?
No, not from Sonu, but I knew he was going to offer us a happy ending, because he's got to satisfy the customer.
Let's take you back to the ultimate breaking point. Were we going to receive a happy ending or not? Well, Nick, just talk us through your encounter, and then I'll go through mine.
Well, at first she was like, "Would you like extra massage, sir?" To which I replied, "No. I would like to earn my right to have a happy ending, as opposed to pay for a happy ending." And she was like, "Oh, I'm very sorry, sir." So I did not get my happy ending. But you know, if it was Margot Robbie, Dua Lipa, I would have said, "Well, lock me up and throw away the key." Maxim, your encounter?
I would say mine was a slightly different experience. I mean, we'd gone through some pretty grueling elbow treatments, some fucking pounding through the hands, through my buttock cheeks, into my back. She said, "Oh, do you want to go into the shower?" And I said, "Yes." So, I mean, you've rubbed me up and down in oil. And then I turn back on my stomach, and she goes to me, "Okay, sir, you want a hand job?" And I go, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Thank you. And she goes, "Thank you, sir." She actually thanks me for not making her give me a hand job.
Wow, she apologized to me. There's a difference there.
Well, I think she was very grateful for the fact that she didn't have to give another person who had asked for a massage a hand job. And someone who had asked us at the end, "Oh, how was your massage?" And we both went, it was an experience.
Sonu fully expecting us to both have guessed a hand
I
job.
think he had a bad opinion of young British blokes.
Nor consider a hand job.
And I hope we broke that stigma, because really, we have careers that we need to be aspiring towards, and we are young gentlemen. We don't need to be having...
We don't need to be paying for sexual pleasure.
No, we are
You
both...
earn that sexual
Yeah,
pleasure.
I'd say we're both relatively good-looking blokes.
And we don't pay for it, we earn it.
We earn it. And
That's the most
whole
important
point.
lesson.
That is the biggest lesson to take away from this. So if you are a young gentleman in India and you go on a tour to Agra, home of the Taj Mahal, and someone says, "Do you want a massage?" I would happily invite you to say yes, but I just want to relax, and I just want all the things that are possible without any form of sexual encounter. I mean, this has been a pretty eventful episode of Food for Thought, and we hope you've enjoyed this second part to our Taj Massage saga. And if you have any questions following up from what you should do in the situation where someone offers you a happy ending at the end of the massage, we'd be
Please
happy
text
to...
07504 927 382.
Is that your number?
That is my number.
And the Great Unknown audio show continues, and we look forward to you listening to the next one.
Namaste.
And thank you for visiting